a first impressions video on some new drugstore products that I'm really excited about. I haven't done a first impression video in a really long time, and I haven't used drugstore products in a really long time. So I was browsing through CVS and came across a bunch of new products that I wanted to try and then kind of let you guys know what I think. So like I said, I went to CVS and I picked up quite a few things. For the sake of this video, I'll just show you what I picked up and used in this video. The first is the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio Primer. This is in the Blur and Illuminate one. There was two other ones. The other one was a blurring one also, maybe blurring and pores or something. And then there was another one too, but I can't remember what it was. Anyway, so there's three. I picked up the Blur and Illuminate because I am going to be using matte foundations. And in the wintertime, I like to have kind of like an illuminating primer with matte foundations. I don't know, it's just what I like to do. And the price on this was $9.99 at my CVS. The next thing I picked up were the new Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder and Foundation, or Foundation and Powder. And I got mine in the shade 220 Natural Beige, and I do have self tanner on, and this was a great match for my self tanner. There were quite a few shades. I've never used the Fit Me foundation or the Fit Me powder, and I liked the matte and poreless one because I do have an oily T-zone. So again, I got mine in the shade 220 for both, and then the foundation was $8.29 and the powder was also $8.29 at CVS. And then the last thing I got was the Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer, and I got mine in the shade Light, and it actually ended up being a really great match. I thought it was going to be too light, and I'm wearing that as well today. So and this cost, the concealer was $9.29, so not too pricey. If you could get a coupon or buy one get one sale, I would recommend doing that. But anyways, if you want to see how these wear throughout the day, then just stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the primer. This is the Blur and Illuminate from the Master Prime by Face Studios by Maybelline. It's one of their new primers. They had two other primers, but this is the one that I was most interested in. It doesn't have any scent, and it actually doesn't even feel very silicone-y like the Miracle Blur or any of those other kind of blurring primers that I've used before. It's quite thin feeling. And it does add a little bit of a glow to the skin, that's for sure. But it feels really nice. It feels really nice. I'm gonna start with the foundation. This is the new Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I've never tried any of the Fit Me foundations before. I've tried the concealer, I think, and that's it. So I got mine in the shade 220 Natural Beige. This, for normal to oily skin, mattifies and refines pores, matches natural skin tone, natural semi-natural, seamless finish, and that's what it says. It doesn't say anything about how long it should stay on or how long it should stay matte, but I think this color will be a good color. I definitely don't like not having a pump. It's one thing I like about high-end foundations is the pump. And it is quite a thicker foundation. It's not super runny, so it is a little bit difficult to get out of that glass bottle because you kind of have to tip it upside down and okay, so that is the foundation, and then I got their new concealer too. This is their, what is this called? Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer. I got mine in the shade Light, but it might be too light. There was one more shade lighter that was called Fair, I think. It says it camouflages imperfections and dark circles, full coverage, high resistance, undetectable finish. So it comes in like a little squeezy tube. Yeah, it's gonna be really light, but we'll try it for under the eyes. It says it covers under eye circles, so we'll see how it works as far as creasing. It feels really creamy and smooth. It's not like a sticky, sometimes some of those thicker concealers are really sticky and hard to blend out. So let's see how this works. I will set this with like my normal under eye powder just so that it doesn't crease. Because even my MAC Pro Longwear, which is my favorite, I always have to set. Actually, I really like how that blended out under the eyes. It's not super like cakey or anything. I really like that. So I'm just gonna set that with some of my under eye powder. This is just the MAC Prep and Prime and Illuminate, and in Neutralize, I just mix them together. And I have to set underneath my eyes, otherwise it just was not a good situation. But even setting it with that powder, it did not get cakey, which is good because some concealers will get a little bit cakey there. So far I really like the way the foundation went on. I love the way the concealer went on. And now we're gonna go with the powder, which I got in the same shade, 220. This is the Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder. And it just comes in a compact like that. And there's a mirror and a sponge on the bottom, but I'm not gonna use that sponge, but that would be good for touch-ups. And I'm just going to dust that kind of in my T-zone area. And this is a Bdellium Tools 990 brush. I got it at IMATS LA a few years ago. And I love it for powder. Wow, I like that. It does not look cakey at all. For a matte foundation and a matte powder, putting those on top of each other, sometimes you can get cakey, but it's not cakey at all. It feels really, really nice on the skin. Yeah, my pores definitely are blurred from, I don't know, the foundation or the primer. I really, really love the way it sits on the skin. So far, I love it. First impression of just putting it on, the combination of these are really, really nice. That concealer I'm really liking, the way it's under my eyes. It's not cakey whatsoever. The primer was very easy to apply. It was thin. It wasn't too silicone-y feeling. And the foundation applied beautifully, and the powder didn't make it all cakey. So let's see kind of how it lasts throughout the day. It's currently 9:02, and we'll see how it holds up. So I'll check in a minute. Okay, I am here for a check-in. It is now 2:40, so I've had this on for 5 hours, I think. And it did get a little bit shiny. I'm like looking in my mirror. It got a tiny bit shiny right around my nose, so I just took like a brush that didn't have any product on it and just kind of dabbed it because I was going out in public and I didn't want to have shiny. But as far as like the makeup holding up, it has not budged. It is still very poreless looking. Like when I look up close, my pores look really good. I had sunglasses on and it didn't really like leave big indentation marks in the foundation, which is really nice. So far I love it. The under eye area still looks really great. It hasn't gotten like crepey or settled into any fine lines. So far I'm really enjoying it. My skin doesn't feel oily or greasy. I just had a little tiny bit of shine right here around my nose. So far so good. I'm loving it so far. So I'll check in again in a little bit. Hi everyone, I'm here for a check-in. It is like dark out. It's 6 o'clock at night, and this is the next day. I forgot to film a like follow-up last night because by the time I washed my makeup off, it was almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and I wore the foundation again today. I have been running errands. I went to the gym. I have not touched up whatsoever, and I didn't even blot today. Like yesterday I had to just take like a blank powder brush and I just kind of like blotted just right along my nose yesterday, and I was fine for the rest of the day. No shine, no oiliness. Today I went to Pilates. I'm in my workout clothes right now. That's why my hair's up and I look kind of a little bit like a mess. But anyways, this foundation is amazing. I love the combination of all these products. I love the foundation. I think it is amazing. I think that it blends into the skin beautifully. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look thick. It blends so nicely with the Beauty Blender. I haven't used it with like a Sigma brush or anything, but with the Beauty Blender, it's amazing. I absolutely love, love, love the way it applies, the way it wears. It's not too matte. The powder is nice, but it's probably not a must-have for me. The concealer, love this. Love this. I might love this more than my NYX HD concealer, which is saying a lot because the NYX HD concealer is my holy grail drugstore concealer, and I think that this might be beating it out. I love the way it wears. I love the way it covers. I love how it lasts all day. It's fantastic. So these two I would highly, highly recommend if you're looking for some new products. The Fit Me Matte and Poreless and the Master Concealer by Face Studio Camouflaging Concealer. These two were the standouts for me out of the 4 things I tried. The primer's okay. I didn't notice anything particularly amazing or great about it. It's nice. The powder is also nice. But the two standout products for me, if you were to go and purchase any of these, would be these two things right here, the foundation and the concealer. The thing that I did notice last night and this morning and kind of today is, and I don't know if it is just the change in the weather, but I am kind of dry like right in here. So I'm not sure if it's these products or if maybe it's just some different skincare stuff that I'm using or what it is. So I'll keep you guys kind of in the know about that and let you know if I'm finding that this foundation is like really drying out my skin. I don't think it is because I've only used it twice and I don't think it could dry my skin out that badly that quickly. So it could just be a combination of other things, but the way it looks on the skin is amazing. I love it. This is like quickly moving up to holy grail drugstore status for me. Second day wearing it. Anyways, I love this foundation. I highly recommend it. If you have super dry skin, you won't love it. But if you have kind of, my skin's been kind of normal combo to oily. Well, my skin's been normal combo, but if you have normal to oily skin, I think you'll really, really like it. Again, my color was 220 natural beige. So you guys enjoyed this first impression, and I have a couple other foundations that I'm going to be doing first impressions from the drugstore as well. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!